breaking news now just in. Former President Trump is appearing to indicate he invoked his Fifth Amendment rights not to testify in the New York Attorney General's civil probe into the Trump Organization's business dealings. Trump issued a statement saying, quote, "Accordingly, under the advice of my counsel and for all of the above reasons, I decline to answer the questions under the rights and privileges afforded to every citizen of the United States under the United States Constitution." Let's bring in senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky for more on this. Aaron, what's the latest?
Former President Trump has been here at the New York Attorney General's office for a little more than an hour, Diane. And in that statement, he has indicated that he declined to answer questions from investigators. For 3 years, those investigators have been wanting to talk to Trump about his business practices, how he valued his vast real estate portfolio when he was talking to tax authorities versus, say, when he was seeking loans. Two of his children, Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump, spoke to investigators in recent weeks. They did not invoke their Fifth Amendment rights, from what we understand. But according to this statement, the former president has now decided not to answer questions. To be clear, we have not heard from the Attorney General's office as to whether this deposition is now over and whether they're just going to give up or whether they are going to go through their whole list of questions and force Trump to say fifth for each and every one.
Now, Aaron, this is a civil probe into the Trump Organization. So what is the AG's office trying to uncover?
Right now, they're trying to see, and the Attorney General has already said they've got some evidence of potential fraudulent conduct, whether the former president and his family real estate business misled banks, insurance companies, tax authorities by providing financial statements that were unreliable. Why would they be unreliable? Well, because they may have valued certain assets, including the Trump building just a block down there, the wrong way. They may have overvalued it when talking to lenders and undervalued some of these properties when seeking tax breaks. And so the Attorney General's office has been investigating a number of different properties. And in the end, she could impose some kind of a civil fine. She could try to seek some kind of a monetary settlement. She could impose a lawsuit and try to take Trump to court.
Aaron, we also know that at least two of the Trump children, Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump, were also pulled into this. What do we know about their depositions?
We don't know much. We don't know what specific questions they were asked or how they answered, but we're told, Diane, they did not invoke their Fifth Amendment rights. They were here, in some cases, for a number of hours, going through how the valuations were done and their role, perhaps, in making those valuations, or understanding, anyway, how they occurred. This is pretty arcane stuff, you know, financial statements and their reliability. But at bottom, the Attorney General's office is trying to figure out if they were on the up and up with how they comported themselves in their business affairs over the last couple of decades.
So, Aaron, what's next in this investigation?
Well, we're waiting to see if the former president's going to drive out of here. His motorcade came in. There's a garage behind me that you might be able to see. He was driven in by his Secret Service detail, so we didn't get a chance to actually see him. But if he heads out of here in the next little while, that's a pretty good indication that things have totally broken down with the authorities that are inside and that have been investigating him for the last 3 years. And Diane, this is one of the last pieces that the Attorney General's office seems to have needed before deciding whether to take some kind of an enforcement action. We heard from the Attorney General's lawyers in open court not long ago that they were nearing a decision on what enforcement action to potentially take, but they wanted to try to talk to Trump first. If his statement holds and is true that he's not answering their questions, well, that may give them an indication that he has something to hide. And in a civil case, jurors are allowed to infer that there's a reason someone is taking the fifth, unlike a criminal case where jurors are not supposed to consider it.
All right, Aaron Katersky there, nearby where President Trump is said to be submitting that deposition to the New York Attorney General. Aaron Katersky, thank you. And again, President Trump is indicating now in a statement that he has pleaded the fifth to those questions.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.